No, some people have so much time on their hands. The folk at the Brighton and Hove Museums decided to try and crucify Father Christmas for being too white. They said Father Christmas must be decolonised in the name of diversity, claiming his traditional role reinforces damaging ideas about power, authority, and Western superiority. Really? What they said was factually wrong on so many levels.
Okay.
Firstly, St. Nicholas existed in the 4th century, a Greek bishop born in Turkey. So little more of a mixture of both Western culture and of its day, of course, and also Middle East and Asian culture too. So was a very cosmopolitan sort of chap.
Hmm.
Not very white either. From that neck of the woods. Well, why is Father Christmas white in the UK and Europe? Well, probably because the majority of the populations are white.
Mm.
And so the traditional symbol of being very white with the red nosy cheeks, and that's just his art.
I've never really thought of it. Other Christmas is
Would, would prevail. Well, it's for the if he was a naughty boy, a naughty boy.
yeah, yes.
Uh, uh, of course, a white Father Christmases would prevail along
Yeah.
those nuns,
Mm.
right? So the population's white,
Yeah.
and you wanted a thing about Father Christmas, it'd be white.
Mm.
Uh, if you go to Africa,
Mm.
they'll have a black Santa Claus.
Yeah.
If you go to Japan, Odzi-san, their Santa, is funnily enough Oriental.
Strange that, yeah.
They were. In Spain, they don't have Santa as such. They have the three kings.
Mm.
And my dear people at the Brighton and Hove Museums here in Brazil, well, here in the Northeast, you'll
Yeah.
be hard pressed to find a white Papa Noel.
I was going to say, yeah, where we live is yeah, I'd say
I
predominant.
don't, yeah, I don't, of course, include Christmas ornaments imported from places like China,
Yeah.
which doesn't even celebrate Christmas, but knows how to make a cheap decoration and make
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think locally, the traditions around the world should be left as they are
Well,
before some pseudo intellectual comes along to try and spoil the centuries old traditions
I,
to just try and make a name for themselves.
yeah. I mean, um,
Now, this little article that was published on their site,
yeah.
on Brighton and Hove Albion Museum site,
Yeah.
uh, funnily enough, was written in 2003, when 2023, sorry,
Yeah.
when wokeism was at its height, and I'm surprised that it raised its ugly head again in 2025 in the newspapers. So
Mm.
the journalists must have been really lazy and just think, this will do, fill some
Uh,
space.
well, yes. Yeah. I saw it and I thought we got paid. Well, I say beyond that. I mean, yes, like you. I mean, I was immediately about to jump in my opening line that I've seen a black Santa Claus here in
Yeah, of
northeast
course.
Brazil. Um,
There's
to
a
be quite
surprise.
honest, you've only just mentioned it, and I walked past him in the street and um, didn't think anything of it. Um, uh, the guy was happy and everything else. I mean, here when there are groups that go and distribute food parcels or food to the poorer people living in the interior, really. Um, and yeah, they have Santa Claus of just about every color. Oh, Father Christmas, sorry, of every color. Um, um, to be quite honest, I don't think the kids that go up to it and the parent, the adults that get the food packages really care about the colour at all.
This evening, Mike and me, we're going to go to a place where we're going to be handing out cestus basicus,
Yeah,
right, to the unfortunates.
yeah,
Uh, we'll get some photos taken. I'll show them.
yeah. I know.
But
Yeah,
I don't really like to take the photos and show
no,
them to people because it's
no.
sort
I
of
was
like
going to say,
virtue signaling,
yeah.
and I'm not a virtue signaler.
No, I think you're very good to do it, and it's because you're. Yeah, I mean, my wife and myself have done it. Well, I say brilliantly. Yeah, I don't mean like that. My wife took me along, but yeah, in the past. But it's a yeah, there are some very sad things you see sometimes. But yes, getting back to the main theme here, it is a yeah, like you say, it's 2023. I saw this flash up my headline. I didn't even. I tell you what, it sounds probably I'm being lazy. I couldn't even bother to read it because I thought, what ridiculousness is this? And I know about Saint Nicholas. I know about the origins. The Santa Claus we also have now, 1930s Coca-Cola from the US. Yeah, it's like everything, which is a cultural reference. Um, so, and yes, you're quite right. If you've got traditions in a country, that's our traditions. Um, this is normally being done to, like you say, to appease people that do not necessarily celebrate the Christmas time. Yeah. Sorry, people. I haven't been drinking. I just can't pronounce that word today.
Not
Um,
not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, give it time. Um, but it is a yeah. I'm not an alcoholic, by the way. Um, but it is a yeah. It's almost like but I would say it's not even been done for this. These are by people who for some strange reason, whether they've had bad experiences in the past or they've had some strange educational ideas or they just can't read at all, or understand anything, who want to spoil everyone's fun, people's fun for everyone. Um, Now, if you're in a group somewhere, if you've so like got a nursery, and like I say, you've got a group of children in there, it depends who volunteers to be Father Christmas. And I could not imagine any agency or anyone, if a black guy, a Chinese guy, a white guy goes and volunteers to be Father Christmas, I don't think anyone would be turned away on ethnicity grounds. Um, so yeah, it depends who volunteers, who has time to do this activity. Again, yeah, I know you can't change history. History has said that in Western Europe, and particularly in the UK, we had a white Father Christmas. It's what we grew up with. That is not a racist thing. I don't think anyone would object to there being a black Father Christmas and Asian, like I said, walking down the street doing things. Yeah. Um, there might be a few bigoted people. Unfortunately, that happens in all societies. And I think you and I would have some objections to them as well if they passed a comment. Tell them to shut the hell up as well. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it just strikes me the journalist has picked up something, an article, and I'm seeing more and more of this. It's either there isn't any real news coming about, or there isn't a news of a certain agenda, enough news of a certain agenda, or as I sort of say, keep saying now, we're now living in a 24/7 news environment where we have you need clickbait on online. And this comes up in the feed. Yeah. And I refuse to get annoyed about it now because I know it's not going to change. There'll be Christmas markets and children will go in, I'll say go and sit on Santa's lap. I don't know if that still happens. It's allowed to still happen. But we'll be very grateful to go there. The parents pay a lot of money to get a small plastic gift. But it's a mystery and enjoyment for the children who really don't care.